Disappearing skies, Flight 19, and the Bermuda Triangle mystery. Over the same water, the sky keeps its own secrets. A blue vault, a clean horizon, and then nothing. They called it a training run. Routine, predictable. Just another December afternoon in 1945, where 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers would lift off from Fort Lauderdale Naval Air Station in Florida. But some routes redraw themselves while you're inside them. The Bermuda Triangle. A region of ocean between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. For centuries, it has swallowed ships and stories, aircraft and answers. But this disappearance, this one had wings. This one had 14 souls aboard. And this one would become the most famous aviation mystery in history. This is the story of Flight 19 and the echo it left behind. December 5th, 1945. The war has ended. Victory in Europe, victory in Japan. The world is catching its breath, but training continues. Pilots still need their hours. Navigation still needs practice. 5 Avengers, heavy birds, torpedo bombers designed to strike from the sea and sky, each one carrying a crew, a pilot, a turret gunner, a radio man. The mission is simple: fly east over the ocean, practice bombing runs at a set of targets, then navigate back using dead reckoning. 2 hours out, 1 hour back. Standard procedure. Pilots briefed, headings checked, fuel measured, weather assessed. Clear skies, good visibility. At 2:10 p.m., they lift from the Florida coast, climbing into a sky that looks ordinary, the way a riddle looks like a sentence before you try to solve it. Lieutenant Charles Taylor leads the formation. Behind him, 4 wingmen hold their positions. The first hour passes without incident. They find their targets. Practice runs are executed, everything according to plan. Then, at approximately 3:45 p.m., the radio crackles with confusion. Over water, the world repeats itself, wave after wave after wave. No landmarks, no roads, just the endless mirror of the Atlantic, until doubt arrives. A line of cloud, a bank of rain. The light goes pale, and then the compass begins to behave strangely. The instruments disagree with each other. The gyroscope spins. We can't tell where we are. Everything looks strange, even the ocean. These are the words transmitted by Lieutenant Taylor. Back at Fort Lauderdale, radio operators lean closer to their sets. This is unusual. These are experienced pilots. The weather is clear. The ocean is calm. But something is wrong. Training turns to troubleshooting. The base tries to guide them home. Fly west, they say. The sun is setting in the west. Follow it back to Florida. But for Taylor, east looks west. West looks like open ocean. The compass can't be trusted. There's a theory, you see. The Bermuda Triangle sits on one of only 2 places on Earth where magnetic north and true north align. Compasses can spin. Navigation can fail. Small errors compound into catastrophic confusion. The sun, a coin behind gauze. The ocean, endless mirrors. And the instruments, those instruments are promises, but promises bend in weather, bend in magnetic fields, bend in fear. 1 leader, 4 wingmen. A chain of decisions, each choice spawning new questions. Turn east, and you might circle back over the Atlantic. Turn west, and you might find home, or you might fly deeper into the Gulf. There are places that taste like déjà vu, places where the horizon curves the same way in every direction. The Triangle is one of them. The radio chatter continues. Other aircraft pick up fragments of conversation. The flight is lost. They're flying in circles. Fuel is running low.
When the first plane drops below 10 gallons, we all go down together. This is the protocol. This is brotherhood in the air. Back at base, the decision is made. Send a rescue aircraft. A PBM Mariner flying boat. Large, capable, equipped with the latest navigation and communication systems. 13 crew members board. At 7:27 p.m., the Mariner takes off into the darkening sky. The voices of Flight 19 thin on the radio, clear, then braided with static, then threadbare. The last transmission is received at approximately 7:04 p.m., and then silence, until there is only weather. Only the sound of waves, only the hum of radios searching for voices that have stopped transmitting. And whatever takes the place of sound, after sound is gone. Night gathers over the Atlantic. Search crews launch, ships, aircraft, Coast Guard vessels. They comb the waters where Flight 19 should have been. But there's a problem. The rescue Mariner? It never returned either. 23 minutes after takeoff, a ship reported seeing an explosion in the sky, a ball of fire descending into the ocean. 2 disappearances in one evening. 6 aircraft, 27 men. In a grid you can draw with rulers, but never with certainty. The search continues for days. It becomes one of the largest air-sea rescue operations in history. Over 300 aircraft, dozens of ships. They cover 250,000 square miles of ocean, an area larger than Texas. But they find nothing. No wreckage, no oil slicks, no debris, no life rafts, no bodies. 5 Avengers and 14 men have simply vanished. The theories begin almost immediately. Magnetism. The compasses failed in a natural anomaly. Methane. Pockets of gas erupting from the ocean floor, reducing water density, causing planes to plunge. Squalls and microbursts. Sudden violent weather overwhelming the aircraft. Human error. A disoriented leader making fatal decisions, his crew following him into the dark. Each theory flashes, then dims. Each one explains part of the mystery, but leaves questions unanswered. The official Navy investigation is inconclusive. The report states, "We are not able to even make a good guess as to what happened." Later, it will be amended to blame pilot error. Taylor's mother will fight this conclusion for years. Her son was an experienced aviator with 2,500 flight hours. He knew the ocean. He knew navigation. But what the files don't capture, what no report can measure, is the weight of absence. Evidence remains scattered, not in the ocean, but in living rooms. A date on a board, a mother's door, a folded flag delivered to a widow. The triangle doesn't explain. It watches. And for every incident, there is a kitchen table with one chair left pulled out. There is a logbook with an empty line. There is a shoreline where someone keeps looking at the same horizon, as if the ocean might change its answer, as if one morning the waves might give back what they took. Perhaps the sky remembers more than we do. Perhaps it holds the moments we can't recover, the weight of metal on air, the small courage of hands on controls, the sound of 5 engines synchronized in formation. It remembers 5 aircraft that became a story, and a rescue that followed them into silence. Memory, like weather, moves in fronts. It clears and clouds. It deposits and erodes. We chart the sea. We meter the sky. We name coordinates, file flight plans, file reports. But some coordinates are thresholds. At the edge of our measurements, mystery doesn't end the map. It is the legend, printed small in the corner, reminding us what the colors mean, reminding us that knowledge has boundaries. Over the decades, pieces have been found, wrecks that might be Avengers, debris that might belong to Flight 19. But nothing confirmed, nothing definitive. The ocean keeps its secrets as carefully as the sky. And the Bermuda Triangle? It continues. Other ships, other planes, other stories of compasses spinning and radios fading. Flight 19 flew into weather and into the story of a place. They became myth, legend, a cautionary tale whispered in flight schools and navigation classes. But before they were myth, they were men, pilots with families, crews with plans for shore leave, 14 individuals who expected to land in time for dinner. The triangle keeps its silence, and the horizon keeps its line. What we keep is the echo, the radio crackle, the last transmission, the question mark at the end of their flight path, and the sky above the same water. December 5th, 1945. 27 men, 6 aircraft,